Another day in the zombie apocalypse. Well, got some good news, I think. Not too sure. But apparently, there's a new version of that song by Rebecca Black, Friday. I wonder if it's still, as the kids would say, slap. We'll find out in a second. Huh, okay, here we go.
Gotta be fresh, gotta go downstairs. Gotta have my bowl, gotta have cereal. Seeing everything, but time is going. Taking on and on, everybody's rushing. Gotta get down to the bus stop. Gotta catch my bus. I see my friends kicking in the front seats, sitting in the back seat. Gotta make my mind up. What seat can I take? It's Friday, Everybody's looking for.
Hi everyone, back with some more reviews on DC Futurist Date. Don't know why I did that. But this time we're talking about Robin Eternal number 2 and Teen Titans number 2. The closing arcs to these stories of sort. So alright, let me talk about Teen Titans part 2. So it starts with Dick letting Red X out of his cage, and he's approached by Starfire and all the other Teen Titans, and like, oh, so now you're gonna get him to help you. Don't you see what he's done? He's the one who released the Riders of the Apocalypse, not the Horsemen of the Apocalypse, but the Riders, because I'm pretty sure, I guess Marvel have the right to name Horsemen of Apocalypse. I don't know, even though it's a biblical thing, but whatever. So Dick's like, no, he's the one who came to me. He's the one who made me want to help. No, that made no sense. He's the one. He's the one who volunteered to help after all he's done. And then Starfire brings up the bit that now you're even wearing a Deathstroke mask. What is wrong with you? And he goes, Dick's like, well, I haven't worked for Deathstroke for weeks. So what does this mean? And is Deathstroke a bad guy now? Is he not a bad guy? Is he a good guy now? Is he helping Dick deal with stuff? Who knows? We're not really sure. And then she calls him Deathwing. Get it? Deathwing, Deathstroke. And then Cybeast is like, oh, I thought we'd have called him Dick. And then someone cuts him off because, you know, sex joke, haha. His name's Dick, and Stroke put two and two together. So they go to find Shazam and the other people fighting the Horsemen, the Riders of the Apocalypse, sorry. Then there's little flashbacks of when the kids were playing with the Hero Dial, trying to speak to dead people, because they modified it to speak to the dead. So they're trying to talk to Roy Harper, who is kind of friends with Red Arrow, because, you know, she's Oliver's queen, Green Arrow's sister, and Arsenal was Green Arrow's ward, so there's a family relationship there, and he starts getting scared about what's going on. So then, basically, you find out that Red X, for some reason, decided to open a portal to bring the Riders to Earth. Don't know why. So they go on the assault, and Raven knows where they are, so they all teleport to where the Shazam and his team are fighting one of the members of the Horsemen of the Apocalypse. And then their whole plan is to gather all of them together to merge them so they can trap him in the Rock of Eternity, the place where Shazam gets his power from. And they're going to use Raven to do that. But while doing this, you meet the other Horsemen. So Flash, well, Wally West Flash is Famine. Forgot his name. He's the blob dude from the previous run of Teen Titans. He's Pestilence, and the other two I didn't know who they were. I thought one might have been Blue Beetle, but it didn't look like Blue Beetle. Another guy was War, and he had a blue Titans top on, and he had a helmet of war like Ares, but it wasn't Ares. Or was it? I don't know. So they merge them together, and they try to do anyway. And then while they're doing this, Red Arrow, Miko, gets angry with Wally West Flash because he's the one who killed Wallace West Flash, the Kid Flash, the mixed race one. And her anger gets the better of her, and Famun kills her. So R.I.P. Red Arrow. So they do all this, and then Red X decides that he's going to help and save the world. So he gets the hero dial and he opens it to bring back all the dead Titans in ghost forms to help them fight the merged Horseman Apocalypse. So they do that, and then Raven's able to trap them inside her Soul Gem, and then it ends with Shazam taking Raven to the Rock of Eternity. And I think this is actually concluded in the Shazam comic, but then I think the new Teen Titans comic, or Titans Academy, I think it's called, coming out for the Infinite Frontier new line stuff, is going to lead up to this point. So at this moment, I don't really know where, after all this is done, how the DC's universe is going to work. I'll talk about at the end of this. And then we got Robin Eternal, where it starts with Tim, who comes back from the dead, and he realizes that, oh wow, this is why Jason was angry all the time when he comes back from the Lazarus pit, because basically the Lazarus resin is from the Lazarus pit, and the magistrates want to use it to weaponize people to make them stronger, because this has actually made Dick a lot more stronger, because he's literally like punching for robots and stuff and just going ham. But the only side effect is, apparently, well, we're not too sure, that you don't stay alive for too long after this. It sort of burns through your body. But while this is all going on, Dick's having like an inner monologue saying that he's got to save his family. He's sad that he couldn't save Bruce. And basically, I like this because it touches on the whole relationship that with Batman and his Robins there. Even though 3 of them are not really his kids, he sees them as his kids, and he keeps kind of referring to Bruce as his dad, and he's sorry that he let Bruce die. And while he's doing all this, he's just going nuts at the same time, because he's having like flashbacks, like seeing Dick and Damien saying, "You can never be the son of the Bat," and makes him feel like he was an inadequate one, when realistically he's probably the most competent out of all of them, because out of all of them, he's the one who's most like Bruce, as in detective wise and what stuff. The others have their own little quirks, but he's basically Bruce. And why is this all happening? Stephanie and the deaf girl, I feel bad saying that, are trying to figure out what the magistrate's plans are. So they're going through the building, fighting everyone like the film Raid. And then they get to Commander 13, I think that's his name. And he's basically saying, well, you're all going to die, and you lot are not worthy. So Tim beats him while going through it in the more like thinking that he's going to die, and he's going to use all his last abilities to save the world. But while he does this, he gets away, Mr. 13, with Stephanie, and Death Girl gets blown out of the building. So Dick jumps out and catches her and sort of guides her to another building, and he falls down to his death. Well, you think he's deaf, but then at the end of the comic, his arm comes out of the water, and it says, "Tim is eternal." So I don't know where this is going after in New Frontier. I hope Tim's actually in a book, because Tim's one of the best Robins. So back to us saying about, I don't know where anything's going, because they announced last week that Red Hood's going to have his own new comic, and it's set in this timeline. It's called Future State Red Hood. Was it called Future State Hood anyway? And he's hunting the Bat family, so guessing it's set in this future-ish. But then you got Nightwing that's going back to its original numbering, sort of issue 79 or whatever, and it's going back then. So I really don't know. And the Titans is, I'm guessing, leading up to these events in Future State. So we'll have to see. I'm interested. But yeah, hope you all enjoyed. Follow me in the socials. Be more videos coming out, and I will see you in a possible future. I don't know if I could be in the future. It could be me, but someone took the title of Kyle or Mr. Impulse and be a Chinese dude with dreads. Who knows? And I've got to go. It's my phone. Anyway, peace outside, and catch you all in the Nexus. Don't know what that means.